I spent years turning doubt into a target. Made every old slight a reason to sharpen. I wanted the ones who looked through me before to see what I became and ask for more. So I chased every moment that could prove I was more than the weight I once moved through. Spoke with force when calm would have been true. Wore the wind like a wound I had to show you. I thought respect would settle something deep, put an end to every night I could not sleep. But the more they gave my name a place, the less I recognized my own face. Every praise felt good, then it was gone. Every new approval asked me to go on. I was reaching for a piece I could not find, cause I kept placing it outside my mind.
Applause gets loud, then fades away.
Peace is the one thing that chose to stay.
I do not need the world to know my name,
to know my life was not lived in vain.
Applause gets loud, then fades away.
Peace is the one thing that chose to stay.
I let the proving fall behind
and keep what brings me back to mine. Yeah, there were victories that left me feeling small, like I gained the room but lost myself in all. I could hear the praise, I could feel the rise. Still there was no rest behind my eyes. I was winning for the younger me, the one who thought being seen would set him free. But he did not need a louder name, he needed someone to say he was enough the same. That truth took time for me to understand. I kept building walls and calling it a plan. Kept mistaking distance for control. Kept handing strangers pieces of my soul. Then I learned to quiet as a way of showing what the noise will never say. Not every dream deserves my whole heart. Not every win is worth the parts it takes apart. I do not hate the man who needed proof. He was only trying to heal without the truth. He thought the world could fix what hurt inside. He thought being seen would teach him how to thrive. But peace does not arrive with hands raised high. It comes when you stop asking who will testify. It comes when your own voice can finally say, I do not have to fight for worth today.
Applause gets loud, then fades away.
Peace is the one thing that chose to stay.
I do not need the world to know my name,
to know my life was not lived in vain.
Applause gets loud, then fades away.
Peace is the one thing that chose to stay.
I let the proving fall behind
and keep what brings me back to mine.
Let them notice, let them notice, let them move on.
I found a quieter truth. I found a quieter truth to build my life upon. Yeah. I got sharp with the people who were trying to stay. Like every honest question was a blade. I made a small concern feel twice as deep. Then watched good hearts grow careful around me. I called it pressure, said I needed room. Said I was tired, said the day came too soon. But every time the heat rose in my chest, it was an older pain, refusing rest. I was not mad at what was said that night. I was hearing every word I never got right. Every goodbye I never learned to grieve. Every part of me that no one thought to see. So I turned hurt into a louder sound. Made the nearest love feel unsafe around. I thought anger gave me something strong, but it only proved the sorrow had been there too long. My anger had a voice so loud, but grief was the one beneath the sound. I was fighting what I could not name, till every wound became a flame. My anger had a voice so loud, but grief was the one beneath the sound. I was not trying to tear you down, I was lost beneath what I had never found. Yeah, they were losses I kept behind my teeth. Things I buried so they would not speak. I was taught that being hard meant being whole, so I gave the pain a mask and called it control. When somebody got too close to where I hurt, I would make them feel the weight of what came first. They had not caused it, but they felt the rain from a storm that carried somebody else's name. I hated how the pattern came alive, how I could ruin peace just to feel survive, how I could turn a hand reaching out into one more reason to live in doubt. Then I know noticed every time I raised my voice, there was a younger part that had no choice. Still waiting for someone to slow things down, still trying not to disappear when love came around. So I stopped when the old heat climbed, let the feeling have its honest time. I did not run, I did not make it proud. I let the grief come through without the crowd. I said I miss what I could not keep. I said some pain still cuts this deep, and saying it did not make me weak. It gave my heart the words it came to seek. Now I can feel the anger before it grows, hear the old hurt underneath the noise. I can take a breath, I can tell the truth without making everyone pay for my wounds. I can ask for space without closing the door. I can say what hurts without starting a war. The people near me do not need to bleed for every part of me that once went unseen. My anger had a voice so loud, the grief was the one beneath the sound. I was fighting what I could not name, till every wound became a flame. Now I let the sorrow speak its truth. I do not have to turn it loose on you. What I could not face before does not have to rule me anymore. I was not only angry, I was carrying pain that finally needed a name. Yeah. The city. The city. The city stayed in me after I changed the view. In the way I hear a promise and look for what is not true. Life got quieter, but my nerves kept score. A late reply could feel like trouble at the door. I learned to watch a room before I took a seat. Read every change of tone before a word could reach. When somebody got close, I kept part of me away, like distance was the price that kept the herd at bay. They said I seen God, it may be hard to know. They never saw the reasons underneath it grow. I had lived too long expecting something to give, so peace felt unfamiliar even when I could live. I kept my plans private, kept my joy restrained, like saying things out loud might make them easier to take. Even good days came with a hand on the brake, waiting for the moment everything would shake. The world had changed, but I had not caught up, still holding old survival in an empty cup, trying to protect the life that was no longer there from dangers that existed mostly in the air. At night I could not always settle down. Every quiet moment made my thoughts get loud. I would check on things that did not need checking. Call it being careful, call it staying ready. Somebody would show love and I would test the truth. Not because they lied, but because I had proof that people can leave when you start to depend, and a soft beginning does not promise an end. So I treated new hearts like old history, made them answer for a place they had not been to see. I kept confusing memory with what was real. Let old pain decide how much I was allowed to feel. Then one day I caught it in the way I ran from a simple kindness I did not understand. Nobody was asking me to lose control. Nobody was trying to take another piece of my soul. That was when I saw the line I had ignored. The city made me cautious, not condemned forevermore. It gave me instincts, it gave me ways to survive, but it did not earn the right to drive my life. The city did not forget, it still lives in my pace, but it does not get the wheel. It does not choose my way. I can keep the lessons close without living in the fear. What once kept me standing does not have to keep me there. I am learning not to call every karma trap, not to let one old chapter pull me backward fast. I can notice the feeling without obeying it, let the alarm ring without becoming it. There are people in my life who deserve a chance, not a trial for every wound that I have had. They did not build the walls I learned to hide behind. They should not have to pay for another time. So I am making room for a slower breath, for trust that does not need to pass a test, for sleep that is not waiting on bad news, for choices made from what I want
to do. I do not have to erase the road that shaped me, or act like the hard years never changed me. There is wisdom in the things I came through, but wisdom is not fear. With a better view,
I can honor the boy who kept himself alert without letting him decide what every moment is worth. He did what he could with the world he knew. Now I owe him a life that feels more true.
the city is still there in the way I see, but it is not the only voice speaking through me. I can move with memory, not beneath its command. Let the past be a story, not the head.
The city did not forget.
It still lives in my page.
It still lives,
but it does not get the wheel. It does not choose my way. I can keep the lessons close and still let my heart move free. The city made a part of me.
It does not get
all of me.
It does not
get all of me.
Yeah. But no. Yeah. We came up with nothing but a reason to stay. Held each other together on the hardest days. When the world looked past us, we stood as one. Made a home in the dark till the light would come. So I gave them my time like I owed every breath. Kept the seat for old promises long after they left. I defended bad choices I knew were not right, just because we had survived too many nights. I watched chances pass while I waited around. Kept my voice down low so the peace stayed sound. Every dream I had got pushed to the side for the fear that leaving men I changed inside. But loyalty started feeling like a debt, a life I was paying with a future I had not met. And I could not tell where love had gone when staying hurt more than moving on. Loyalty should not cost my life. I will not lose myself to keep the past alive. I can honor where we came from still, without letting it decide my will. Loyalty should not cost my name. I will not carry every old mistake. Not everybody from the old road was meant to see me old. They would say, remember who was there before. Like gratitude meant locking every door. Like I had to make myself smaller to prove that I never forgot what we all went through. But memory can be a heavy chain when every old wound gets called the same. When silence becomes the price you pay to keep a bond that already changed. I saw how often I would let things slide, how I made excuses for a crooked side, how I called it family when it made me afraid to tell the truth about the choices they made. Or maybe they were scared of what would change if I stopped carrying all that weight the same. Maybe I was scared that I would be alone without the people that had known me grown. But I cannot build a future from guilt. Can I live inside a life somebody else built? I can love what was without staying blind. I can walk away and not leave my heart behind. I do not owe my future to the past, just because the old days held me fast. I can thank the hands that helped me stand and choose a life they may not understand. I can be loyal to the truth in me. Not every history deserves eternity. Some people teach you how to survive, then cannot follow where you need to ride. So I stopped asking who would take it wrong, started asking where I truly belong. Not in a place where I had to pretend that losing myself was being a friend. I gave enough to prove the love was real. Now I owe myself the right to heal. I owe the younger me a life with room, not another locked and borrowed truth. I do not need to turn the past to dust, or make the people I knew into enemies just because. Some ties are real, but seasons still change, and growing apart does not erase the name. I can carry respect without the weight. I can leave before I learn to hate. I can be grateful for the road we shared and still admit I cannot live there. The hardest part was not saying goodbye. It was learning not to call it a lie. What we had mattered, that remains true. But but I cannot keep losing me. For loyalty should not cost my life. Yeah, I will not lose myself to keep the past alive. I can honor where we came from still, without letting it decide my will. Loyalty should not cost my name. I will not carry every old mistake. Not everybody from the old road was meant to see me all the way home. I did not leave because the past meant nothing. I left because my future has started asking for a place to breathe. Yeah. Yeah. The message came sideways, dressed as a question. Same old language, same old intention. Not looking for truth, not trying to be clear, just testing if the old me was still near. A few words meant to pull me back inside. A familiar argument I had already survived. They knew which memory could turn my tone, knew how to make an old wound feel close to home. Years ago I would've written it all back, line by line, trying to straighten every fact. Make sure they felt every part they denied. Make my case so loud it could not hide. I thought a sharp reply could settle the score. Thought the last word might close the door. But every time I gave that fight my breath, I gave an old problem another chance to live. I had spent too many nights proving pain to people who only came to provoke it again. And I could feel the old reflex rise, trying to turn a quiet moment into another fight. My hands knew the pattern before my mind, the urge to correct, explain, and remind, to make them face the way they left things bent, to show them the cost of every moment spent. But I stopped before I gave it a name, and asked what I would actually gain. But one more answer change who they were, but one more argument make the past occur. Some people do not reach for repair, they reach for a reaction to know you are there. They throw old words where they know they can land, and wait for your peace to slip from your hands. And I had let that happen more than once, mistook defending myself for getting justice. But not every challenge deserves my time, not every accusation belongs in my mind. I could feel the noise trying to take control, trying to turn one moment into my whole soul. Then I saw the truth beneath the demand. I did not have to step where they wanted me to stand. I could let the silence say what it meant. I am not available for what this represents. I do not owe my night to a wound from before. I do not have to reopen that door. That night I chose not to answer. I let the old noise pass. Some words come looking for a wound I would not give them access. Silence did not make me smaller, it gave the night back to me. I left the fight where it found me, and let my life move free. At first it felt strange to leave it unsaid, like a part of me still wanted to be understood instead. But peace is not always a perfect explanation. Sometimes it is refusing another invitation. I did not need them to know I was right, did not need them to regret that night. Their version of me could stay where it began. It did not have to become my plan. There is strength in keeping your voice for the places where it can build, where it can reach real faces, where a hard conversation still has a chance, where two people are trying to understand. But this was not that, and I knew it clear. No honest ground, no reason to stay near, just a no cycle asking me to repeat a familiar kind of loss dressed up as heat. So I put the burden down without a scene, let the quiet become something clean. No long reply, no sharp goodbye, no need to prove that I could survive. I walked back into the life I was making, the part of myself I had stopped forsaking. And the more the old noise faded away, the more I knew I had won that day. Not against them, not against the past, but against the habit that would never let peace last. I chose the future over being heard, and found more power in an unsent word. I had 1,000 reasons I could recite, 1,000 ways to make the record right, but none of them could give me back the time, and none of them deserved another night of mine. A reply can win a line, not mend the year. Some people only grow when no one is near, so I kept my answer where it could not be used and walked away with nothing left to lose. Salute, salute, salute.
That night I chose not to answer,
And nothing in me broke.
the world did not need my defense.
The silence finally spoke.
Silence did not make me smaller,
It gave the
night back to me. Not every noise deserves my name.
Not every fight belongs to me. Yeah. Yeah. We never had the kind of ending people name. No slam door, no last word, no one to blame. Just less calls, less time, less truth in between. To the bond we trusted, faded out of scene. We still nodded when we passed through the same place. Still knew each other's history by face. Still spoke with respect, still kept it polite. But nothing real ever made it through the night. I knew you were carrying more than you said. You knew I was tired in ways I never read, but we kept it light. Talk, work in a week, like honesty was something neither could reach. Maybe we were scared of what it might uncover, that we had grown into strangers from each other. So we let the silence do what fear can do, turn two people close into two people who knew.
We never broke, we just went quiet. Let the years say what we would not try to. I still know your name by heart, but I do not know where you are. We never broke, we just stood still,
Too proud to
as what the silence killed.
two brothers with a shared
Shadow flame,
now passing by without saying the same. I remember when the look was all it took. You could read the whole chapter without the book. We would laugh through trouble, make the worst feel small. Never thought distance could touch us at all, but life gets loud in the quieter way. Not one big storm, just a slow delay. A promise pushed back, a message left late. A truth that waits too long becomes weight. I wanted to ask if you still felt lost, if success had given more than it cost, if the people around you knew when you were down, or if you wore that calm like I wore mine around. But I did not know where to start the line, how to say, brother, I have been losing time, how to admit that I missed what we had, without making the distance feel worse or sad. So I chose the easy words, the safe reply. You did the same and the days went by. We kept the memory but not the door, and called it friendship when it was becoming more. No betrayal, no enemy, no final fight. Just two good men who stopped speaking right, both waiting for the other to go first, both hiding the question beneath the surface. And maybe that is how some bonds disappear, not from hate but from unspoken fear. You do not lose them in a single day, you lose them one unfinished truth away. Now I know silence can feel like care, like giving somebody space because you were scared. But love is not always leaving room. Sometimes it is asking what lives in the gloom. So I am learning not to wait too long, not to let pride write the final song, to say you have been on my mind lately, and mean the parts that still feel heavy. I do not need to blame you for the years. We both had reasons, we both had fears, but I refuse to call it nothing now, when something real still lives somehow. Maybe we cannot return to who we were. Maybe time has changed every old word, but I would rather risk an honest sound than let another good thing fade without a ground. So here is the question I should have said. How have you really been inside your head? Not what you achieved, not where you have gone, just whether you have been carrying it along.
we never broke, we just went quiet. Let the years say what we would not try to. I still know your name by heart, but I do not know where you are. We never broke, we just stood still,
Too proud
to ask what the silence killed.
two brothers with a shadow
Shadow flame,
still one honest truth away from the same. Some friendships do not end with a wound, they end when nobody asks. The question that could have kept them alive.
Yeah. Yeah.
Every time the fear got loud, they called my name. I knew how to make a shaking voice feel safe. I could sit with the hurt they could not explain, find a little calm inside a heavy day. I became the answer before they asked, the steady breath when their courage cracked. They loved the peace that I gave away, never saw what it took for me to stay that way. When my own heart started losing sound, I kept it low, kept it buried down. Said I'm good like a line I knew, made it easy so they would not have to. Maybe I believed if I needed less, I would never become another kind of stress. So I held the weight with a careful smile and forgot to ask myself how I survived.
I held the world when it was falling apart, but nobody asked what was breaking in my heart.
I kept saying,
you'll be fine, all along, till I could not hear what my own voice had gone.
Yeah,
They call me the strong one,
standing tall.
but strong does not mean I need no one at all.
I learned early when the tension got near, my first instinct was to disappear. Not leave the room, just leave my needs, make myself small so the moment could breathe. I knew the right words when the bomb went thin, how to hold the silence without stepping in, how to carry a grief that was never mine and still make it seem like I was doing fine. I gave advice with a steady hand, made broken things feel like they could stand. But every time they leaned into me, I moved one step further from what I need. No one was cruel, no one meant harm. They only knew the version with the open arms, and I kept giving them the part they knew, till there was almost nothing left that felt true. Then one soft question stopped me cold. Who keeps you close when you cannot hold? It was simple, almost passing by, but it reached the place I had kept denied. I could not answer, and that scared me most. I had become a shelter without a voice, carrying everybody through their pain, while mine kept rising without a name. So I said I'm tired, and the ground stayed still. Said I need help, and I did not lose will. Nothing shattered when I told the truth. I only found a little room to move. There is no prize for being out of reach, no shame in needing what you freely teach. I can be steady and still let go. I can be strong and let somebody know. Now I let the silence turn my way, let the feeling finish what it has to say. I do not have to be the wall each time. I can rest without losing my mind. No more hiding underneath, I'm fine. No more leaving my own heart behind. The hand that gives can learn to receive. The strong one still deserves relief.
I held the world when it was falling apart. Then somebody asked what was breaking in my heart.
I do not have to
carry it all alone. I can let the truth become my home.
They call
me the strong one,
standing tall.
standing tall.
Now I know I can still
Need someone. I can hold my ground. I can still be true
and let a little care
come back through. The strong one
needs a hand sometimes,
the strong one
needs a place to breathe
I can stay strong
and still be seen.
and still be seen. Oh.
Yeah.
The peace I did not trust was standing at my door. I kept waiting for the sound of what would hurt me most.
Yeah. Life got softer, but I stayed on guard. Like every gentle day was only playing a part. I would wake with a plan before I needed one. Still preparing for a fight that never came. There was food on the table, bills got paid. People I love had reasons to stay, but something in me kept reading the air for the smallest sign that loss was near. I did not know how to enjoy a clear sky without asking what storm was waiting behind. Could not sit with a laugh till it reached my chest without hearing a thought say, do not rest. I knew chaos, knew how to move through strain, knew how to make a hard day carry my name. But calm was a language I had not learned, a quiet kind of good that made me concerned, because peace had always felt temporary, like a borrowed room with no guarantee. And I thought the safest way to survive was never to believe things could stay right. So I kept my joy in a careful place, never gave a good moment its full space. Like holding back could lessen the fall if the world decided to take it all. I would find a problem where there was none. Turn one small worry into what had to come. Make a simple silence mean something bad, then lose a whole day to the fear I had. People around me would say, you are safe, but safety did not always reach my brain. My body still knew and old the rule. Stay awake, stay ready, do not get fooled. I was scared of believing in what was good, more scared than I ever was of misunderstood, because losing peace after trusting it fully felt like a wound that could break right through me. So I kept a little distance from contentment. Called it wisdom, called it being present, but it was fear with a calmer face, still making decisions in a safer place. Then I saw what that habit had done, how it dimmed the warmth of everyone, how I kept treating a better life like it was something I had to fight. The danger was not always out ahead, sometimes it lived in the things I said. The way I would pull away from relief before it had a chance to become belief. I asked myself, what am I protecting now? A future pain that has not shown me how. How many good days did I let pass by because I was busy waiting to say goodbye? Maybe peace is not a promise that lasts. Maybe nothing can erase what happened in the past. But I do not have to punish every bright day for the old nights that went another way. The peace I did not trust was never asking me to fall. It was asking me to stay when there was no fear at all. I do not need to ruin what is gentle in my hands. I can let a quiet life become something I understand. Now I am learning how to slow my pace, let a good moment look me in the face, let a kind word land without a test, let my own heart settle in my chest. The old alarms still speak sometimes, but I do not let them write every line. I can hear the warning without obeying, I can feel the fear without it staying. I can't make plans and still be here. I can love deeply without rehearsing fear. I can hold joy without closing my fist, and let a calm day be what it is. There is courage in not running ahead, in letting the future wait instead, in trusting a room that feels at ease, in giving my nervous mind some peace. I will not call myself weak for being still, or think that rest means losing will. A man can be ready without being tense. A man can breathe without losing sense. And even if life changes, as life can do, I will meet it with what is true. But I will not spend every good hour making fear feel like a source of power. The peace I doubted is not a trap. It is a place I can finally unpack. Not forever promised, not perfectly known, just real enough to let it become home. The peace I did not trust is teaching me to breathe. I do not need a storm to prove there is strength in me. Let the quiet have its place, let the good days take their time. I am done mistaking fear for the only way to survive. Nothing is guaranteed, but This moment is here, and I will not abandon it
before it has the chance to be mine.
Yeah. At first it felt good when the room agreed. Every word came back like a thing I should believe. No raised brows, no questions in the air, just a row of clean smiles telling me I was fair. They praised the way I moved, praised the way I spoke, turned every small decision into something they would quote. And I let it settle, let it soften my guard, cause being understood felt easier than being challenged hard. Nobody said you changed when the patience got thin. Nobody named the distance growing under my skin. They learned which truth could disturb my peace, so they traded honest talk for a polished kind of ease. I started hearing yes before I finished the thought, started mistaking comfort for the wisdom I had fought. In every room that made me feel secure, made it harder to know what in me was still pure. I had people around me, but no one close enough to tell me when my heart had started getting rough. They gave me the version that was easiest to praise, while the man I used to be got lost inside the haze.
Who will tell me when I lose my way?
When every voice
just tells me what to say. I need a truth that does not bend for me.
A
mirror that will not flatter
what it sees. Then I heard myself speak with a colder tone, dismissing what I once would've listened to and known. A younger me would not have let that pass, would've asked who I was becoming that fast. I saw it in the way I cut people short, how I treated honest concern like a personal report, how I wanted loyalty without the hard reply, wanted every face nearby but no reason to ask why. That is a dangerous kind of lonely place, when applause keeps covering the damage on your face, when every warning feels like someone crossing lines because you forgot that truth can still be kind. I remembered all the people I admired, not the ones who stayed comfortable and never got required, the ones who could hear the words they did not want and still stay human when the truth came blunt. So I stepped away from all the easy sound, from the borrowed confidence that followed me around, and I asked the question nobody else would bring: what have I become beneath the praise and everything? No title can make a bad habit right. No full room can turn avoidance into light. No loyal crowd can carry my soul when I am the one refusing to stay whole. I cannot call it leadership if fear is in the room. Cannot call it growth if every question meets its doom. I need the kind of honesty that costs, the kind that shows me what I nearly lost. So I started with myself, no defense in my hand, no excuse dressed up as something people understand. I looked at every place where pride had led and gave a name to every truth I tried to shed. I do not need to be perfect to be real, but I need to face the harm before it learns to heal. I need to make room for a voice that disagrees before my own reflection becomes too hard to see. Let somebody tell me when my tone turns cruel. Let somebody question every rule I call a rule. Let the people who care enough to risk the peace know they will not be punished for making me release. The mirror does not hate me when it shows a stain. It gives me one more chance to not become the same. And every honest word I choose to hear makes a little more of who I was appear. I would rather feel the truth cut through my pride than live protected while my better self has died. Because the worst lie is not the one they give, it is the one I let myself continue to live.
That will not flatter what it sees,
when no one else will say it. I have to be the voice that tells the truth before my life becomes a choice I would not respect. Yeah. I was the car when the whole thing fell apart. The steady voice when panic filled the heart. I knew what to say when the answers ran thin. Held the weight outside so nobody saw it sink in. I took the hard side, made the next move. Turned confusion into something people could use when fear came close. I was standing in front, made being needed feel like being enough. I learned to read a face before a word, catch the quiet hurt nobody ever heard. I kept the peace when the room lost shape, built my whole name around keeping folks safe. But nobody asked what it cost to stay calm. Nobody noticed when the strength was gone. They saw a wall and assumed no rain could ever find a way through that frame. I wore that robe till it fit like skin. The man who never breaks, the man who wins. But every shield gets heavy in time, especially when nobody sees what is behind. I kept everyone safe from the storm, but who was there when I could not stay strong? I held the roof above every name, while the rain kept falling on me the same. I kept everyone safe through the night, but even strong hands need somewhere to hide. I do not need to carry it all. I need one place where I can fall. There were days I smiled just to keep them still. Said I got it when I had no will. Kept my own hurt under lock and key, cause everybody trusted the strong in me. They brought me their doubt, their grief, their fears. I made room for every one of their tears. But when my voice got low, when my eyes looked tired, they called it nothing, said I was just wired. Maybe I taught them how to miss the signs by making pain look organized, by turning every wound into a plan and every weak moment into I'm good, man. Still, there is a part of me that wanted someone to notice what the silence haunted. Not come to fix me, not make a scene, just sit beside the parts I kept unseen. I did not want a crown for standing tall, I only wanted not to stand alone through all. And that truth hit harder than any fight. The man who holds the line still needs a light. I am not less because I need support. I am not weak because the pressure hurts. A strong back does not mean a heart of stone. It only means I carry too much alone. I can say, today I need a hand, without losing who I understand I am. I can let somebody see the ache before the burden turns into a break. Now, I am learning how to leave room for my own voice when the silence blooms. How to say, I cannot fix this tonight, and trust that love will still remain in sight. I can let the people near me know there are storms inside I do not always show. I can stop confusing care with control and let somebody else protect my soul. The world may still expect me to be strong, but I do not have to prove them right all along. I can be steady and still be tired. I can be brave and still need a father. There is no shame in lowering the guard, no failure in admitting life gets hard. The ones who love me do not need a hero, they need the truth even when it feels narrow. So I will not disappear behind the role or trade my peace for being in control. I will keep my heart where it can be seen, not just the man they thought I had to be. I kept everyone safe from the storm, but who was there when I could not stay strong? I held the roof above every name, while the rain kept falling on me the same. I kept everyone safe through the night, but even strong hands need somewhere to hide. I do not need to carry it all. I need one place where I can fall. The one who gives the shelter still needs shelter too. I am learning how to ask for what I gave to you.
They gave me a picture before I knew my face. Said this is what it means to make it from your place. A certain kind of life, a certain kind of name. a certain height to reach before they call it change. So I chased it like the past was at my heels. Like slowing down would prove I never healed. I wanted pride in every set of eyes. Wanted the old days far enough behind. I learned the rules, I played the part. Kept every doubt locked under my heart. I made ambition sound like something pure, even when it asked me to become unsure. Every step was built around a borrowed frame. Every sacrifice attached to someone else's name. I thought the distance meant that I was free. Never asked if that life was calling me. That dream was never mine to hold. I wore it till it shaved me cold. The closer that I came to shine, the more I knew it was not mine. I reached for what they call success, and lost the parts I love the best. Now I am learning how to see what my own heart has asked of me. I got close enough to touch the finish line, but nothing in me felt like it was mine. The room got quiet when the noise wore thin, and I could hear the light beneath my skin. It asked me why I kept on running hard for a future that kept leaving me apart. Why every goal had somebody else inside. Why my own truth kept waiting on the side. I was afraid to disappoint the ones who saw my struggle and expected I would run. Afraid that turning back would look like loss, like every hard-earned mile would have no cost. But what is winning if you disappear? What is reaching it if you are never here? A full hand, can I fix an empty soul? A perfect plan, can I make a person whole? So I let the question stay without a lie. Now can I get there, but why should I? And for the first time I could understand, I had been building someone else's land. I do not blame the ones who gave me maps. They only knew the roads that held them back. But I was never meant to live their proof, or trade my breath to wear another truth. The past can teach me how to rise, but it cannot choose the shape of my life. I can thank the dream for bringing me here, then leave it without calling it fear. Yeah. Now I am looking for a different kind of rich, a life that does not make my spirit switch. A day I do not have to earn my place, a future where I recognize my face. It may not look like what they thought I'd be, it may not make the whole world proud of me, but I would rather stand inside what is true than keep performing what I never knew. The younger me was trying to survive. He needed something bright to stay alive. I will not shame him for the way he ran. He did his best to become a man. But I have grown beyond the borrowed pride, beyond the need to make the past apologize. I am not going back, I am choosing new, a life with room for what my heart can do. Some dreams are not wrong because you leave, they just are not the ones you were meant to keep. And every honest step I take from here brings me closer to a voice I can hear. That dream was never mine to hold. I wore it till it shaved me cold. The closer that I came to shine, the more I knew it was not mine. I reached for what they call success, and lost the parts I love the best. Now I am learning how to see what my own heart has asked of me. I did not fail the dream they gave to me. I finally stopped failing the light that was waiting inside of me.
Yeah. Yeah. They put the offer where my hunger could see, a quicker way to become who I said I would be. More room, more power, more people saying my name. All I had to do was let somebody else take blame. They said this is business, do not take it to heart. like a clean conscience was a weakness from the start, like a quiet lie was just part of the climb. And another man's loss was not mine to mine, but I knew what the deal was asking me to be. A man who could look away and still sleep easy. A man who called silence wisdom when it served. A man who took more than he honestly earned. For a second I could feel the fast life call, the kind that makes a weak foundation look tall. But every gain has a voice when the room turns still, and I knew that price would outlive the thrill. When the lights go out and the crowd moves on, I need a name I can still stand on. Let the fast way call, let the whole world wait. I will not trade my soul for a higher place. A name worth keeping is more than praise, more than a wind that can fade away. I would rather move slow and remain true than reach the top as someone I never knew. I have seen men praise for the things they hid, heard the room call greatness what the damage did. Watched respect get built from fear and noise, while the people who paid never had a choice. That is not power, that is borrowed ground. Allow success with no truth underneath the sound. It may shine for a minute, it may fill a room, but every crooked step leaves a shadow to assume. I did not come this far to lose my face, or make my future somebody else's disgrace. I know what it feels like to want more, to see one open chance and forget what it is for. But there are things no reward can replace. The way you meet your own eyes in the quiet space, the way your word still carries when no one checks, the way you hold your head after the deal is dead. So I let the easy answer pass my hand, let them call me foolish for the way I stand. Some doors close when you refuse the cost, but not every closed door means something was lost. A name is not the noise that follows you, it is what remains when nobody's viewing you. It is how you move when the truth gets hard, how you treat a life that cannot raise your card. It is choosing not to make another bleed for a version of success you do not need. It is knowing every shortcut has a sound and refusing to let it take you down. I would take the long way with my hands clean, build what I can stand inside of me. Let the wait and teach me what the rush cannot. Let the slower path reveal what money forgot. I do not need a victory that leaves me split, one part rising while the other cannot live with it. I want a life that stays whole at the core, not a bigger room with a locked in a door. Maybe they will pass me, maybe they will laugh, maybe they will call integrity a slower path. But I have seen what happens when the shine wears thin, and a man has to face what he became to win. I would rather carry less and carry it right, than hold the world and lose myself at night. I would rather leave a promise in my name than make my future answer for my shame. So let the numbers change, let the praise come and go, let the outside world decide what it thinks it knows. When all of that fades, I want one thing clear: I did not lose myself to get here. When the lights go out and the crowd moves on, I need a name I can still stand on. Let the fast way call, let the whole world wait. I will not trade my soul for a higher place. It's a name worth keeping is more than praise, more than a wind that can fade away. I would rather move slow and remain true than reach the top as someone I never knew. Fame can leave without a warning. The room can empty, but my name will still be mine. When there's nobody left to hear it. I waited for the words to make it right, for you to name the ache you left behind. But years moved on, you never came. So I stopped putting my peace inside your name. Yeah, I kept a place inside my mind for your return. One honest talk, one sign that you would learn. I thought a clear confession would explain why I carried every question with the pain. I replayed the moments like a case to prove, tried to find a line where I could start to move. Maybe if you said I know what I did, the part of me that hurt will finally live, not disappear. Just stop feeling unseen, stop wondering whether I imagined what it meant. Cause when somebody leaves a wound unnamed, you start to doubt the memory and blame your own frame. So I waited for a message that would never arrive. Made your absence part of how I measured my life. Every year without a word, kept asking me why. Like my healing had a number you could only supply.
I wanted you to look at what you left behind, not to punish you, just to settle my mind. I needed proof that the pain was real, like I could not trust my own heart to feel.
Then I saw how much of me was standing still, waiting on a person with no wish to rebuild. You had moved on without looking back, while I kept reaching for a truth you never had. Maybe you could not face what you had done. Maybe saying sorry was too much to become. Maybe you rewrote it so you could sleep and made my side of it too small to keep. But whatever story you decided was fair could not change the fact that I was hurt right there. I did not need your version to make it true. I did not need your eyes to approve what I knew. That was hard to learn, but it gave me ground. I stopped searching for you in every unanswered sound. Stopped handing you the power to decide whether the wound had a reason to survive. Yeah.
You may never understand the cost, never see the parts of me that got lost, but I cannot leave my life on hold for someone who chose not to see what they broke. The apology I never received kept one door unlocked inside of me. I thought your words would set me free, till I saw I held the key. You may never call it what it was, but I know the weight of what it does. I do not need your voice to prove the hurt I had was true.
So I named it myself, without your defense, without your side, without false pretense. I said, that hurt, and I let it stand. No more needing permission to understand. Closure is not always two people talking. Sometimes it is one heart finally walking away from the place it kept returning to, with a truth that does not need to pass through you. I do not wish you pain for what you gave. I do not need revenge to feel brave. I just will not keep a part of me waiting at the edge of your accountability. There are better things to carry now, a life that does not ask me to bow to an old memory, an older man, or a person who would not take my hand. I can remember without reopening the door. I can know I deserve more. I can take the lesson and let it rest without making your regret my test. Because my healing is not a favor you grant, not a sentence you say because you finally understand. It starts the moment I decide my own truth is enough to stand beside. So I released the answer I kept chasing down, released the hope that you would come around. Not because it never mattered to me, but because it mattered enough to set me free. And one day, when your name crosses my mind, it will not pull me back to another time. It will simply be a page I outgrew, a story that ended without the words from you.
The apology I never received no longer keeps adoring me. I found the truth beneath the bruise and made my peace without your news. You may never call it what it was, but I know the weight of what it does. I do not need your voice to prove the hurt I had was true.
You never gave me the ending,
so I gave myself
the honesty, yeah, you would not bring.
Yeah. Oh no, that's no. Yeah.
I learned to keep my face like a locked door. Never let them see what the hurt was for. Kept my answers short, kept my tone severe. Made distance look like something they should fear. I thought a hard stare kept the damage away. Thought nobody could reach me if they knew their place. So I built my name on being hard to touch. Made people step back before they asked too much. They called me silent, said I carry weight, but nobody brought the truth when it came too late. They watched every word, measured every breath. Like honesty jealousy was something that could lead to death. And I mistook that silence for respect, like no one crossing lines meant no neglect. Never saw the cost beneath the way they moved. They were not honoring me, they were trying not to lose.
Oh, I thought fear meant respect, cause nobody crossed the line. But no one brought their honest heart, and no one stayed inside. I do not need a room to freeze to know my worth is clear. I want respect that can stand close, no, not only disappear.
There were people who had love they could not show, because I made closeness feel like a risk to know. They would laugh around me, never say too much, then leave with every real thought untouched. I kept calling it control, I called it strength, like being unreachable was gonna keep me safe. But a wall can block the harm you fear, and still keep every good thing out of reach here. I had no one telling me when I was wrong, no one brave enough to say I had gone too far. I thought that made me powerful somehow, but it only made the truth avoid me now. Then I saw the difference plain and clear. Respect will stay when the message is hard to hear. Fear just waits until it can get away, nods at your face, then disappears in the day. I did not want a circle built on caution, or every kind word edited to soften. I wanted people who could stand their ground, not people learning how to keep their heads down. So I asked what I was really trying to protect. Was it pride? Was it pain? Was it self-respect? And the answer came quiet, but it came true. I was scared of being hurt, so I scared everybody too. I do not have to lose my edge to be kind. I do not have to shut the whole world outside. I can draw a line and still let love come near. I can be respected without becoming feared. Now I am learning how to lower the guard, without pretending that the past was not hard. How to hear disagreement without a fight. How to let someone tell me when I am not right. I can make room for a question to land, without treating every question like a hand, trying to pull me back into who I was. I could listen without giving up, because the strongest people I have known were not cold. They made you feel seen while they stood in their soul. They did not need a threat behind their name, to make the room remember why they came. That is the kind of man I wanna be. Clear in my boundaries, but easy to reach. Not someone they fear when the air gets tense, but someone they trust with the truth they meant.
I thought fear meant respect, cause nobody crossed the line. But no one brought their honest heart, and no one stayed inside. I do not need a room to freeze to know my worth is clear. I want respect that can stand close, not only disappear. I do not need to make people afraid, to prove that I cannot be broken. I need the kind of strength that lets the truth stay open.
Yo. Yeah. No, 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 no. Yeah. Yeah. You never came to tell me what I had to be. No list of broken parts you wanted fixed in me. You just stayed in the quiet when my answers got thin. Made room for the pieces I kept folded within. I had known the tension that would turn into demand, so I watched every kindness with a careful hand. Thought every gentle word had a hidden price. Thought every open heart would change its mind twice. But you were not in a hurry to make me explain. You never made my silence something to shame. When I pulled back, you did not turn it to blame. You kept the same patience, you kept the same name. That confused me at first. I was built for the test. For the moment good things start asking for the rest. So I kept part of my life where you could not see. Like closeness had to stop before it reached me. You would sit with my distance, never making a scene, never asking me to become somebody clean. And somewhere in that calm I began to see you were not trying to own any part of me.
Took the hand I used to lead. Let something good stay close to me. It did not take my strength away. It gave the weight a place to rest. I can answer when you call. The hand I finally took did not make me less who I was.
Still I made it hard when it started feeling real. Found small reasons to question what I could feel. A late message, one wrong tone in your voice, and now I will start preparing for a different choice. I nearly broke a good thing, trying to stay prepared. Treated care like a risk I should already fear. I would turn one small doubt into a reason to run before the moment had a chance to become. You saw the ways I tried to make a distance grow, the way I used old memories to make you go. But you did not chase me with some desperate claim. You gave me room, but you did not disappear the same. You had your limits, you had a life of your own. You never made your patience feel like alone, and that was the first kind of care I could trust. Something steady without turning into dust. You were not there to rescue me from my past. You just showed me not every good thing leaves fast. You let me choose the pace, let me tell the truth, and did not make my fear the whole proof. Strength is not a lock, hand closed too tight. It is knowing when to let somebody stand nearby. Not every open palm is asking for my soul. Not every shared step is a loss of control. I can keep my own voice, keep my own ground, and still let another heart stay around. There is no shame in the burden becoming less when somebody meets it with tenderness. Now when your care comes near, I do not turn away. I let a good moment have a chance to stay. I do not write the ending before the page. I do not make old fear decide my age. Some nights the old reflex still speaks in my head, tells me to disappear before I can be left. But I give it a moment, I let it pass through. Then I look at the truth of what you actually do. You have been present without making a show. You have been honest when you did not know. You never promised more than a person can give. You just matched your words with the way that you live. That taught me more than all the years alone, that being independent is not made of stone. It can mean knowing where my limits are and letting somebody walk beside me that far. I am not losing myself by letting you in. I am not weaker because I am not carrying everything. A lighter life is not a life with less pride. It is a life where love can stand beside. So I take your hand without giving up mine. No false surrender, no borrowed design. Just two people making the weight more fair, and learning that care can stay where it is there.
I took the hand I used to lead. Let a patient love come close to me. It did not take my strength away. It gave the weight a place to rest. I thought control meant carrying on.
No.
Now I can answer when you call. The hand I finally took brought a softer life into my heart.
It was not losing control. It was finally learning that a life shared honestly
can still belong to me.
The room got loud whenever I stepped inside. At first I thought the noise meant I had arrived. Every compliment landed clean and bright, like the world was finally saying I was right. People knew the name before they knew the man. Knew the wins, not the weight behind the plan. They saw the part of me that learned to stand tall. Never saw the private cost behind it all. I used to chase the feeling of being seen, like recognition could make the old doubts leave. Like enough approval would settle my mind and prove I had become somebody worth the time. But praise is quick, it moves where the light goes. It changes shape whenever the moment grows cold. One day you are surrounded by familiar faces, next day you are alone with the empty spaces. And that is when the question started to land. Who was there because they cared who I am? Who stayed close when I had nothing to offer? Who did I forget while I was moving farther? Yeah, I look back at the people who believed early, before the timing got good, before life hurt me. The ones who gave me truth when it was hard to hear. The ones who knew my fear and still stayed near. Did I return that love when I could finally breathe? Or did I start treating closeness like a thing to receive? Did I make room for the voices that shake me? Or let the noise around me slowly rearrange me? Success can make a man speak in a different tone. Start believing every good thing came along. Forget the hands that helped him find his pace. Forget the heart behind a familiar face. And I asked what would remain when the crowd moved on, when the cars got fewer and the moment was gone. Would I still respect the way I chose to live? Would I know what I had taken, what I failed to give? Because a life is more than the names that cheer, more than the people who appear for a certain year. It is the way you show up when there is nothing to gain, the way you hold somebody when they carry pain. It is the truth you keep when the room gets thin, the way you speak to yourself when the doubts begin, the things you protect when nobody sees, the parts of your soul you refuse to trade for ease. When the noise fades, who will still know my heart? Who did I hold close, and who did I leave apart? Let the praise fall away, let the bright lights lose their name. I want a life that still means something when the noise fades. Yeah. Now I measure my days by a different sign, by the people I can face with an honest mind, by the promises I keep when they are inconvenient, by the love I do not make into a statement. I want to call the ones I almost overlooked, make time for the names that never needed the look, give thanks without turning it into a show. Let the people who help me know that I know, and I want to treat myself with that same grace. Not only love the version that wins the race, not only respect the man when the results come through, but the tied one suit, the uncertain one too. Because I have been loud in my own head, telling myself I was only worth what I let, only worth the proof, only worth the rise, only worth the image in another person's eyes. But a quieter life can still be whole. A simple day can still restore a soul. A few real voices can outweigh a room. A steady heart can outlast the moment's bloom. So I do not need to disappear from the world. I just will not let the world decide my worth. I can accept the love without becoming blind, and keep what matters closer than the shine. When the noise fades, I want truth in my hands, not a life built only on passing demands. I want old friends able to say my name, and know the success never made me change. I want to remember who I was before, and leave the door open in the heart, not the score. I want my peace to survive the applause, and my kindness to remain without a cause. When the noise fades, let me still have my heart. Let the ones who trust in me know I did not drift too far. Let the praise fall away, let the bright lights lose their name. I want a life that still means something when the noise fades. Let the room get quiet, let the headlines move on. What I keep will tell me who I was all along.
Yeah.
Yeah. The news came through when your name hit first, before the smile, before I knew what it was worth. My hand reached out from a habit I still knew, like the first person to hear it had to be you. You knew the years when a small wind kept me moving, the days I looked calm while my faith was bruising. You knew how long I kept doubt in my chest, how I made them good sound better than rest. We used to talk like the future owed us proof. You would say, keep going, when I lost my truth. Now the thing we once named is finally here, and the first voice I miss is the one I cannot hear. It is not the kind of hurt that takes to shine, it just puts an empty space inside the pride. Everybody sees the moment I arrived, but you knew what it took to keep the fight alive. I got the good news, no first call made. Yeah. You knew the way behind each chance I chased. The wind came through, but it landed so low. Yeah. When the one who knew the climb is no longer close. I will not turn this joy into a wound.
Yeah.
Oh, I just hear your silence in the room.
Yeah.
The messages came in, they said I earned it. I thanked them all, but something in me turned inward. Cause praise feels different from a witness to the work. You knew the doubt before it learned to hide beneath the words. Some people know the story by the finished page. You knew the chapter where I almost walked away. You saw the parts I never made look strong. The days I kept moving when I felt all wrong. We never had a reason loud enough to blame. No broken promise, no dramatic kind of pain. Just time doing what time can quietly do, making distance out of things we never followed through. Maybe life pulled us into separate turns. Maybe some truth take too long to learn. But when I held that moment in my hand, I remembered how you saw me before I had a plan. I did not need you there to make it real. I only wished you could have known how it would feel. Not for applause, not to make the past return, just because you knew how hard that light was earned. I held the joy and let the ache sit near. Two honest feelings, living in the same air. Missing you does not mean I have to go back. It only means some memories keep their own drag. I do not make the wind smaller to prove I care. I do not turn absence into a permanent prayer. Some people leave your life, but not your story. They stay in the roots beneath the quiet glory. Now I tell the ones who are beside me still, let them see the pride, let them share the thrill. I will not make today pay for yesterday, or let one missing voice take the whole thing away. But somewhere underneath the celebration, there is a softer kind of recognition. A part of me still says we made it through, because the version of me back then knew you. You helped me believe before belief was easy, before the world had any reason to see me. And even though the distance changed the view, that old encouragement still carried through. So I will hold this moment with an open hand, not as a loss, but a life that understands. A wind can be full and still have an echo. A heart can be grateful and still move slow. I made it here and I will let it shine. I will not punish joy for changing over time, but every hard one thing I ever do will keep a small first thought that reaches you. I got the good news, no first call to make. You knew the weight behind each chance I chased. The wind came through, but it still feels slow. When the one who knew the climb is no longer close. I will not turn this joy into a wound. I just hear your silence in the room. The dream came true. The dream came true, and I let it be. With one old voice still living in me. The good news was still good. It just carried the name of someone who could not hear it first.
Yeah. I learned to wear the calm like it was tailored skin. Keep the answer clean when the pressure settled in. People saw the progress, saw the ground I gained. Never saw the days I had to hide the strain. They would say you got this like it was always true. Like a strong face meant there was nothing else to do. Every win became another thing to defend. Every high point came with a higher standard. Then I could not have a day where I came undone. Too many eyes decided I was the steady one. So I kept my doubts where they could not speak. Made exhaustion look like discipline and sleep. They admired the version that never bent. Did not know how much of myself I spent. Keeping every crack beneath the polished line. Trying to look certain when I was losing time. The higher they placed me, the less I could say that I was tired of being brave every day. I became the answer people needed to see, and forgot there was a human underneath me. They call it a crown, I call it no rest. A steady face over a tired chest.
They lean on the strength that I learned to show.
Never ask how far down the pressure goes.
I can carry the praise,
I can carry the weight,
but I cannot keep
pretending I never break.
They see the height,
They see the road.
they do not see the cost it takes on a soul.
Yeah. There were nights when the silence felt louder than praise, when success could not reach the parts that ached. I would sit with a full life and an empty breath, trying to make sense of what I had left. No one warned me how lonely it gets when people only meet you through your best. They bring their hope, their fear, their plans, and expect you to hold it with both hands. I did not blame them, I helped build the frame. I made being unshaken part of my name. Every time I hit what was taking a toll, I taught the world I did not need a soul. I became good at saying everything's fine, even when the day had taken all of mine. I kept the pace because stopping felt wrong, like one honest weakness would undo the song. But being admired is not the same as known. In a crowded path can still feel alone. I started asking what strength really meant, if it left no room for what the strong ones spent. Maybe I was not meant to hold every load. Maybe leadership does not mean walking alone. Maybe the image was never the truth. Maybe I was allowed to need someone too. So I looked at the cost behind every win, at the parts I had buried beneath the grin. How many times I called silence control when it was only fear taking over my soul. How many people might have stayed nearby had I let them see when I was not alright. How much of my life was spent performing strength just to prove I could survive at any length. Now I am learning a different kind of pride, the kind that does not make me disappear inside. I can be respected and still need space. I can be strong and still show my face. They call it a crown, I call it no rest, but I will not lose myself to protect the image. I can lead with a heart that is honest and whole. I can let somebody see beyond the road. I can carry the praise without carrying blame. I can set down the burden and still keep my name. They may see the height, they may see the goal, but I will not leave behind my soul. Let the crown stay where people can see it. I am keeping a part of me that still gets tired,
still needs care,
still needs care,
still deserves to breathe.
Yeah. Legal. They gave me reasons to let my heart go cold. A friend who knew the truth, then changed the story told. A promise made with care, then broken without shame. A hand that said it loved me, then forgot my name. I learned how unfair can sharpen the tongue, how a cruel reply can feel right when you were young, how hurt can make a man collect every wrong, till resentment starts sounding like where he belongs. I had enough pain to build a case against every person who got near my space. Enough old grief to make distance seem wise, enough disappointment to distrust clear eyes. There was a version of me starting to grow, one that made every answer harder to know, one that saw one bad memory in every face and used old damage to control every place. Then I heard my own voice losing its care, turning small mistakes into something unfair. And I understood what the hurt wanted from me, another life shaped by what it did not heal in me. Every day I choose the man that pain tried to take from me. I will not hand a new heart and old wounds history. I stopped the hurt within my hands before it starts again. The discipline of not becoming bitter is how I remain myself. is how I remain myself. I started seeing how a wound can travel, how one hard season makes a person unravel. It does not always scream, it can sound composed, like a quiet kind of cold behind the way you close. Someone asks a question, I turn it to a trial. Someone misses a step, I answer with denial. Someone shows concern, I read it as control. That is how old pain keeps reaching for the soul. It does not care who stands in front, it only wants a place to land its hurt. And every time I let it choose my tone, I gave my past another room inside my home. Then I saw somebody flinch at words I threw, and it felt like meeting what the pain could do. Not because I meant to become unkind, but because bitterness grows where you stop looking inside. Being hurt did not give me a right to make another person carry my fight. Being left did not make it fair to treat every bond like it would not be there. I had to face that strength was more than building a lock behind every door. It was holding the line without turning cool, keeping my heart from becoming a tool. It is not one grand moment where the darkness leaves. It is 1,000 small choices in the way I speak. A pause before the answer, a breath before the blame, a chance to let a heart feeling pass without a name. Say no without a cut, walk away without contempt. Keep a boundary firm without making it defense. Let grief be grief, not a weapon in my hand. Let people be themselves, not a replay of the past. I still remember what was taken from me, the trust that changed, the love that did not stay clean. I do not need to rewrite it into less. The hurt was real, and so was the mess. But memory can teach without ruling the room. It can show me the road without deciding my moves. Some doors are closed cause they should remain. Some names are lessons I will not explain. Forgiveness is not pretending nothing was lost. It is refusing to let hate set the cost. It is knowing where the line belongs without carrying poison for too long. The people who hurt me can live with their choice. I do not need to become that echoing voice. I do not need to make a stranger pay for the weight of an old unfinished day. There is a part of me I will protect, not the pride, not the need for respect. The part that still knows how to give with care, the part that can't stay human when life is unfair. That is not weakness, that is work. That is meeting every old wound first. That is choosing not to make my pain the only thing my life can explain. Every day I choose the man that pain tried to take from me. I will not hand a new heart in old wounds' history. The world may leave its marks behind, but they will not decide the discipline of not becoming bitter is how I keep my life. The hurt was real, the line is real, and neither one has to become another wound. Yeah, I learned to take the blame before the facts were clear. Put the weight on my back just to keep the peace near. Kept my voice low when my own heart hurt. Made myself smaller so the moment would work. At home I could feel when the air turned tense, so I traded my truth for a softer sentence. In love I would bend till there was nothing left, calling it patience while I swallowed the rest. With friends I would fix what I did not break, say the words they needed just to keep them from escape. I thought being good meant carrying it all, never asking whose hands it started to fall. After a while it became who I seemed, the one who apologized before he could dream. But every false sorry took something from me, till I forgot I deserved some safety too. I paid a debt I never owed, folded my truth so your peace could hold. I can be kind and still draw the line. What belongs to you is no longer mine. I paid a debt I never owed, carried your weather through every cold. My heart has a right to breathe. I can protect it and still be me. There is a difference between care and fear, between Staying close and disappearing, I never knew it when I was younger. I thought love meant feeding somebody else's hunger. So when they got distant, I rushed to repair. Took the first blame just to keep them there. Even when my own hurt had a name, I would bury it deep and take the shame. I make excuses for the way they changed. Told myself pain made their actions strange. But pain can't explain what somebody does. It does not make their burden belong to us. I let too many people call me strong, when all I did was accept what was wrong. I wore their anger like a suit that fit, then wondered why my own reflection quit. The hardest truth was seeing the trade, how much of myself I had quietly paid. Not for peace, not for love, not for grace, but for the fear of being left in their place. Then I caught that old reflex halfway through a practice surrender dressed as virtue. And I asked myself, who am I saving now? Why does my pain always have to bow? I can listen without taking the blame,
I can care
without carrying your name. An apology means something when it is true. It loses its soul when it is forced out of you. Now I pause before I take the weight, ask if it is mine or somebody else's escape. I do not have to fix each mood I meet, or lay my worth beneath somebody else's feet. I can say that hurt me and let it stand. I can ask for respect without a shaking hand. I can leave a conversation unfinished without believing that my love has diminished. My kindness is not a place to hide. Every truth another person will not decide. My heart is not the bill for their pain. I will not keep paying it again and again. I know the old habit will call me back, tell me silence is the safer track. But safety is not losing my voice, and guilt is not the same as a choice. So I will keep the love that is honest and fair, keep the ones who meet me halfway there. And where I used to bow to survive, I will stand with myself and stay alive. I paid a debt I never owed, holding my truth so your peace could hold. I can be kind and still draw the line. What belongs to you is no longer mine. I paid a debt I never owed, but I am done carrying that load. My heart has a right to breathe. I can protect it and still be me. I am not the bill
For somebody else's pain,
I am not the silence
that makes their wrong feel safe.
I am allowed
To stay with me.